Have you ever wondered if changing your mind is a sign of weakness or strength? What if I told you that Confucius, a revered ancient Chinese philosopher, once said that changing your mind is a sign of wisdom? Yes, wisdom. Not indecisiveness, not weakness, but wisdom. Let's delve into this for a moment. In a world that often values steadfastness and unwavering opinions, the idea that a change of mind signifies wisdom may seem counterintuitive. But consider this, isn't wisdom a product of learning, of growth, of evolution, and isn't change an inherent part of that process? When we rigidly cling to our beliefs, refusing to entertain new perspectives or consider other possibilities, we stagnate. We become trapped in a single point of view, a limited understanding of the world. But when we allow ourselves the flexibility to change our minds, we open ourselves to a wealth of new ideas, new perspectives, and new understandings. This doesn't mean we should be fickle or inconsistent. Rather, it advocates for a thoughtful, open-minded approach to life where we are willing to reconsider our beliefs when presented with compelling evidence or persuasive arguments. It's about being humble enough to acknowledge that we don't have all the answers and being wise enough to learn from others. Think about it. How many times have you learned something new, something that shifted your perspective and made you reevaluate your previous beliefs? Those moments of change, those shifts in perspective, aren't they signs of growth, signs of wisdom? So let's reframe our understanding of what it means to change our minds. Let's see it not as a sign of weakness or indecisiveness, but as a sign of wisdom, a testament to our capacity for learning and growth. The next time you find yourself changing your mind, don't see it as a failure. Instead, acknowledge it for what it truly is, a sign of personal growth, of expanding understanding, and most importantly, of wisdom. So next time you change your mind, remember it's a sign of your wisdom, not a weakness. In a world filled with noise, have you ever considered the power of silence? Confucius once said, "Nature's silence is better than pointless words." This timeless wisdom reminds us that not all communication needs to be verbal. Often the most profound thoughts and feelings are expressed in quiet contemplation. Consider the moments when you've sat in silence, observing the world around you, the rustling of leaves, the ebb and flow of the ocean, the soft whisper of the wind. These are nature's symphonies, unencumbered by words, yet communicating volumes. This silence is a source of clarity, a respite from the cacophony of our busy lives. It allows us to tune into our thoughts, to focus, to find peace. Silence is more than just the absence of noise. It's a space for introspection, a sanctuary for our minds. When we embrace silence, we open ourselves up to self-awareness. We become more in tune with our thoughts, our feelings, and our intuition. It's within this quiet that we can truly listen to ourselves, fostering a deeper understanding of who we are and what we want. But silence is not just beneficial for introspection. It also plays a crucial role in our interactions with others. In conversations, silence creates a space for the other person to express themselves, fostering understanding and empathy. It signals respect, showing that we value their thoughts and feelings. It allows us to listen actively, to truly hear what the other person is saying. Moreover, silence can be a loyal friend. It's always there, ready to offer solace in times of turmoil, clarity in moments of confusion. It doesn't judge, it doesn't demand, it simply exists, providing a comforting presence. When we're alone, silence can be a companion, a space where we can be truly ourselves, free from the expectations and judgments of others. And so we come to see that silence, often overlooked and undervalued, holds immense power. It aids in focus, fosters self-awareness, promotes peace of mind, and facilitates meaningful communication. It's a friend, a confidant, a sanctuary. Embrace the silence and you may find a loyal friend in it. Here's scene script. Have you ever thought about the importance of self-improvement in your life? Let's delve into one of the timeless insights from the great philosopher Confucius. Not being the smartest person in the room is an opportunity for growth. This simple yet profound statement encapsulates a fundamental principle of self-improvement. It shows us that constant learning and self-improvement are key to personal and professional success. Imagine walking into a room, a meeting, or a gathering and realizing you're not the smartest person there. How would you feel? Intimidated, insecure? Or would you see it as a golden opportunity? The beauty of this quote lies in its ability to shift our perspective. Instead of viewing this situation as a threat, we can see it as a chance to learn, to grow, and to evolve. This room, filled with minds more knowledgeable than ours, becomes a treasure trove of wisdom and experience that we can tap into. It's an open invitation to broaden our horizons, challenge our understanding, and push our boundaries. By embracing this mindset, we turn every interaction into a learning experience and every conversation into a lesson. But what about when we make mistakes? Often we regard them as failures, as setbacks, but Confucius offers us another perspective. Not correcting a mistake is making another one. Mistakes, in essence, are stepping stones to improvement. They are lessons in disguise, teaching us what works and, more importantly, what doesn't. When we make a mistake, we are presented with a choice. We can either ignore it, pretend it didn't happen, and most likely repeat it. Or we can acknowledge it, learn from it, and take steps to correct it. The latter choice, albeit harder, is the path to self-improvement. It is through recognizing our mistakes and making conscious efforts to correct them that we truly grow and evolve. So, the next time you find yourself not being the smartest person in the room or making a mistake, remember these words from Confucius. Embrace these situations as opportunities for growth and learning. Remember, not being the smartest person in the room is not a sign of inferiority, but an opportunity for growth. Have you considered how much our lives revolve around effective communication? Our ability to express ourselves, to understand and be understood, is pivotal in every aspect of our lives. From personal relationships to professional interactions, communication is the thread that ties us together. But how often do we pause to reflect on the quality of our communication? How mindful are we of the words we speak, the silence we maintain, or the attention we give to our listeners? Let's delve into a profound observation from Confucius, who said, "The mistakes in human communication, speaking unnecessarily, staying silent when it's necessary, and not paying attention to the listener." Three simple yet powerful ideas that encapsulate the essence of effective communication. Firstly, speaking unnecessarily. In our eagerness to express ourselves, we often overlook the value of brevity. Each word we utter should serve a purpose, add value, or enrich the conversation. Speaking for the sake of filling the silence can lead to a loss of interest or misunderstanding. Therefore, it's wise to consider whether our words are necessary or merely noise. Secondly, staying silent when it's necessary to speak up. Silence, when used effectively, can be a powerful tool. However, choosing silence over voicing our thoughts and opinions when it matters can lead to missed opportunities, misunderstandings, or the perpetuation of harmful narratives. Courage in communication is about finding the right balance between silence and speech. Lastly, not paying attention to the listener. Effective communication is not a monologue, but a dialogue. The listener's feedback, whether verbal or non-verbal, is essential to gauge whether our message is correctly understood. By tuning into the listener's responses, we can adapt our communication to ensure understanding and connection. In essence, mindful communication is about being present, being thoughtful, and being responsive. It's about understanding that every word we speak, every silence we hold, and every listener we engage with is an opportunity to connect, to learn, and to grow. So before you speak, remember to listen, to understand and to respond, not react. Have you ever asked yourself what it means to be noble? Nobility, a term often mistaken for a demonstration of high social status or wealth, actually revolves around the concept of personal character, integrity, respect for others, and the ongoing journey of self-improvement. It's about the individual's quest to become the best version of themselves. Take a moment to ponder on the wisdom in the quote, "The path to true nobility is a balance between nature and culture." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of nobility. It's not about suppressing our inherent nature, but rather skillfully balancing it with the cultural norms and values we adopt. This equilibrium is where true nobility resides. Consider our inherent nature, the primal instincts and behaviors we are born with. It's the raw, unfiltered version of ourselves, untamed by societal norms. It's the instinctual urge to survive, to protect, and to grow. However, when left unchecked, it can lead to destructive behaviors and chaos. On the other hand, culture represents the collective wisdom of the society we live in. It's the repository of values, norms, and traditions that guide our actions and shape our character. culture refines our raw nature and molds it into a form that contributes positively to society. But an over-reliance on cultural norms without acknowledging our inherent nature can lead to a life of pretense and dissatisfaction. True nobility, therefore, lies in maintaining a balance between these two forces. It's about acknowledging our inherent nature, but always striving to refine it with cultural wisdom. It's about being authentic, yet respectful of the norms that bind our society together. It's about striving for personal growth while contributing positively to our community. So the next time you find yourself at a crossroads, remember that the path to nobility isn't about suppressing your nature or blindly following cultural norms. It's about harmonizing the two in a way that aligns with your personal growth and societal contribution. So remember, nobility is not about social status, but about the balance between our nature and our culture.